All right, we're back after a little bit of a hiatus. I apologize. We had a bunch of technical difficulties here in the press box, but we are now into the top of the seventh inning. It's now 9-1, as you see. And the Tigers are in complete control here as we are in the top of the seventh inning, as I said. Final out for the Raiders here in Game 1. Colby Robinson pitched a beautiful 6 innings, as he did last Saturday against Walter State. A little bit more of a comfortable lead here today than he'd had on last Saturday when he left, when it was 2-1, 9-1 now. In relief, Ryan Whitener, sophomore right-hander, 6'2", 200 from Woodstock, Georgia. Pitch good stop there by Logan Smith as he is taking on Kendall Scantlin, number 9 batter, with a couple of runners on base, trying to add to their score, but he swings over the top of that pitch, or it actually fouls it off into the ground, and now it's 1-2 on the center fielder. Kendall, a third-year sophomore out of Gainesboro, Tennessee. Whitener needs one more strike. Here's a pitch. That one's grounded to third. Basham, he's got it. Gloves and throws, and not able to pick it out is Norman. Over at first base, Basham has had a couple of problems over there at third base. I think this is got to at least be his third error of the ball game. I think it is. Second one of the inning on the low throw. You know, he could have, I know that's generally with the play that you want, where you're just going to throw it across the diamond and end the ball game, but he had the runner at second literally right next to him. He probably could have tried to go and tag him, but thinking that you're going to be able to make the throw a little bit low, and the inning continues, and it's 9-2 now. As Scantlin is on via the error, run scores, and a runner goes to third base. That is Gabriel Monterey. That would be up to the leadoff man, Brandon Langenberg, who's had a good game thus far. 3 for 3, 2 doubles, and a single, and has scored a run. Ducks on the pond, runners on the corners against Whitener. Breaking pitch misses wide, and it's 2-0. Outfield shifted way around towards left as Langenberg has pulled the ball all 3 of his ABs today. The infield shifted around that way as well. Basham nearing the line. The shortstop, Clark, pulled over into the 5-6 hole. And Newton playing just to the right, as you see, of the second base bag. Of course, the first baseman, Norman, has to hold on Scantlin at first. 2-1, or 2-1, is the count. Breaking ball, line to left center, going over in the gap, not going to be able to get there. It'll go to the wall. Is Hayden Hunt. 1 run scores. Here comes another one, and that's a 2-run double, and the good day continues for Brandon Langenberg. Third double of the ball game. 2 more ribeye steaks to his total. And the score is 9-4 now, Tigers. As the Raiders are trying to do a little work a little 2-out magic here against Whitener. That one's low to Nick Spardoni. Spardoni had a base hit in the 5th inning and an RBI's last time up, walked and also struck out. That one's grounded towards the Raiders' dugout. Nobody moves. One to the right-hander. Oh, nice pitch there from Whitener as he gets him to swing through the breaking ball, and it's now 1-2. Tigers 1 strike away from wrapping up a Game 1 victory. Whitener trying to put the finishing touches on it. That one misses outside, and it's 2-2. Duncan playing, the whole outfield playing shifted way around towards left once again, and Duncan is playing a very shallow right field, daring Spardoni to hit it that way and over his head. Almost like a Little League right field at this point. That one's grounded weakly up the middle. Shortstop Clark grabs it on a bounce, throws on the run. He makes the play, and that will do it for game one as the Tigers take it 9-4. And they get the win. Kobe Robinson, his second win of the season. He moves to 2-1 on the year. Well, we're glad to have you back here on the broadcast. Unfortunately, we are going to have to sign off for a little while. But again, 9-4 is your final score. 9 runs, 9 hits, 5 errors for the Tigers, 4 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for the Raiders. Have to clean up the defense from game 1 to game 2. Tigers will certainly have a conversation about that as they all head down the right field line to talk about it in the outfield. We will take about a 20 or so minute break. We'll come back and we'll bring you game 2 coming up in about 20 minutes or so. So if I had to guesstimate, I'd say about 3:35, 3:40, 3:45 will probably be our starting time. It's about a half an hour from now. So go grab some lunch, grab a beverage, and hang with us. We will be here, and hopefully our technical difficulties have ended here on the broadcast. So hang with us. This is Chattanooga State Baseball here on the Tigers TV Network. Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. We're here for Game 2, and Cam Hansen gets us going with a strike as the Tigers will take on Roane State for Game number 2. Welcome back. Greg Larnard here, you there. Happy to have you along this afternoon. And that one's hit right back up the box in the hot day for Brandon Langenberg continues, as he was 4 for 4 in Game 1, and he is now 1 for 1 in Game 2. 3 doubles and 2 singles. All right. A little bit of an echo. Got that taken care of. Tigers won Game 1 9-4. Kobe Robinson was exceptional. Kendall Scantland is looking to bunt. He pushes one down the first baseline. It's a nice one. Statiski's got no play as he runs into the pitcher and the catcher on that play. So that will be an infield single for the new 2-hole hitter, Kendall Scantland. Let's run through it. Brandon Langenberg leading off and playing right field. Kendall Scantland batting second, playing center field. Nick Spardoni's up now. He is batting third, playing short. Dakota Danner is catching and batting fourth. Jarrett Schiavone is batting fifth and playing first. We'll tell you about the rest of the lineup in just a moment. Another bunt, and that one's popped up over our heads. Braden Osborne DHing and batting sixth. Matt Jenkinson batting seventh, playing third base. Gabriel Monterey is playing second and batting eighth. And Kobe Perkins is batting ninth and playing left field. And on the mound, Trey Seymour. Pitch to Spardoni. Not bunting that time. That one sits high. And it's 1-1. Hansen with a couple of checks. Kicks and delivers now the bunt, and he pushes it back basically at the same spot over our heads here in the press box. Count now 1-2 on Spardoni. Spardoni had himself a decent game in Game 1. Had a hit, an RBI, and a walk. One of the leading hitters on this Raiders team, who are now 7-15 on the season. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Strike 3 from Hansen. And you'll see that early and often. A lot of breaking stuff Cam usually likes to use. And he induces the swing and miss first out of the game for Cam Hansen. That'll leave things to Dakota Danner, your catcher this afternoon in Game 2 after DHing in Game 1. He had a hit in Game 1. That one's fouled off the mitt of Logan Smith. Outfield shifted around towards left field for the right-handed batter, and that's generally what happens, and especially with Hansen on the mound, who likes to throw a lot of breaking pitches. Guys can get out in front, and that one is not out in front. That one's looped to right, but it's right at the right fielder, making the grab and playing it back in. Is our new right fielder, Linden Weaver, for this game. He was playing left last game. So a couple of defensive changes. I'll tell you about those in just a moment. A little bit different than in Game 1. So 2 away now. Here's a pitch. That one misses. Nope, does not miss. Hits the bottom of the strike zone. For strike 1. Jarrett Schiavone is your batter now. He swings and misses over that one, and it's quickly 0-2. And you'd have to imagine that They're probably going to stick with the breaking stuff here. Schiavone hasn't been able to touch it yet. Especially ahead 0-2 with a couple of runners on base. Smith solid behind home plate. Setting up away. And looking low. They're going to get a quick check at the runner. And diving back is Langenberg. Schiavone, one of the most deadly hitters in this lineup for the Raiders, had a tough game one, and that one just misses off the outside corner, and every single one of the infielders took about 2 or 3 steps towards the home dugout after that one. Yeah, Schiavone, a couple of strikeouts, no hits in game one. The Gatlin, Texas native right-hander swings and misses at that breaking ball, and he wipes away. Schiavone does Hansen, and he avoids further damage in inning number 1, or any damage for that matter. Second strikeout of the first inning. After allowing a couple of hits to lead off the game, 3 straight outs for Cam Hansen. No runs, 2 hits, 2 runners left on base. We played a half of an inning here at Tiger Field. Nothing as the Tigers will come to bat. Coming up next right here on the Tigers Television Network. Back here at Tigers Stadium, top of the first, bottom of the first, I should say, and a quick ball delivered by Trey Seymour to Griffin Clark, who will see a strike there, and it's 1-1. Clark had a solid game one with a couple of hits, 2 runs scored in the 9-4 victory. Here's 1-2 from Seymour. Breaking ball. That one just missed low. Swing and a foul off towards the Raiders dugout. Again, beautiful day out here at Tiger Field. Sun's poking through. It's about mid-60s right now. Sun-drenched field here on the campus of Chattanooga State. If you can't be down here with us, happy that you're tuning in and joining us here on a Saturday, or Sunday, I should say. Breaking ball, that one must have missed a little bit high. Games usually played on Saturday, but had a bunch of inclement weather during the week, and I talked to Coach, and he said they didn't bother tarping the field, so they gave it an extra day to just dry out a little bit. Counts full, here's pitch. Breaking ball misses high, and Griffin Clark is aboard to start things off for the Tigers. So Clark leading off, and he's playing short. Linden Weaver now, he's batting second, playing right field. Batting third is James Basham after a couple of errors in the field. He'll be DHing today. His bat's been too good to take him out of the lineup. Glove and arm a little bit off in the field. First pitch to Weaver misses. Ball one. Batting fourth and playing third, Jared Emery. Batting fifth and playing first, Eddie Satisky. Batting sixth and catching, Logan Smith. Batting seventh and playing second, Davis Valentine. Batting eighth and playing center, Alan Greer. Batting ninth and playing left is Michael Spear, as that one is speared down the right field line and foul towards the concession stand. Count evens now at 1-1. Weaver's been one of the better hitters for this Tigers squad on the season. Not a lot of home run hitters for the Tigers. Weaver looking to move the runner along, and that one misses. Oh, no, that one sits at the knees, I guess. And now it's 1-2 and 2? 1-2. 1-2? I don't know. I'm asking you. 1-2? We're figuring it out up here. We got pitcher Ryan Lobus in the booth now with us, doing the scores, the balls and the strikes. That one's grounded to short. Over on a backhand and kicked is the shortstop, Spardoni, excuse me. And that'll be our first error of the ball game. As would have been a tough play if he was able to make it, but he got his glove on it and just couldn't pick it up on the backhand. And so as I mentioned, in E6, and that'll put runners on first and second, and trouble already brewing for the Raiders here in inning number 1. Now it'll be up to James Basham. Corners playing in, looking for a bunt. He squares, and he pulls back, and a block there by Danner. Dakota Danner, our catcher today for game 2. Basham. A couple of runs scored, a hit, a walk, and an RBI. He's got an RBI opportunity here, but will Coach Dennis allow him to swing away? Been one of their most consistent hitters this season. That's why he's playing in the 3, batting in the 3 hole. Looking to bunt again. That one sits high. And now it's 2-0. This is always an interesting scenario when you have the bunt on, because generally you're going to get a good pitch here to either hit or bunt on 2-0. So it's just how much trust do you have in the hitter to be able to take a good hack and drive the baseball on a 2-0 swing? Or would you rather him bunt with a fastball that's probably coming? He's going to let him swing, and that one hits the inside corner, strike one, and it's all right. That one wasn't grooved. It wasn't piped down the middle, so Basham didn't want to swing, and that's being selectively aggressive, knowing your own strike zone, knowing which pitches you can and can't handle, and taking a pass at the one that you can, and even if the pitcher makes a good pitch, letting that pitch go by. Let's see if he's bunting here. Back to the bunt. That one is offered at, and now the runner's going to third, and he almost was caught. Hesitated just a little bit. But Clark able to get to third safely. And usually those who hesitate are lost, and fortunately, in Clark's case, Danner didn't realize that he was going to take off. Maybe surprised him a little bit. He double clutched. So now Basham, who probably not bunting here, is going to have an opportunity to put one in the air to get a run home. Or a ground ball will get a run home. Weaver stayed put at first. Here's a pitch. Breaking ball. That one misses. Just misses. From Trey Seymour. Quick update in the NCAA tournament. Battle going on between the Badgers of Wisconsin and the Bears of Baylor. It's a 10-point game. Baylor leading 49-39 with 13:50 to go in the second half. Pitch. That one's driven down to left center. Going back and still going back is Scantlin, and that one is off the wall. That's going to be at least a double for Basham, and it will be. And Weaver is going to hold up at third base with Clark scoring easily. That's an RBI double for James Basham, who just continues to bash the baseball. And that's an early 1-0 lead for the Tigers. It's really good hitting by Basham. Just a pitch that he could handle, and he absolutely drove it into the left center gap off the wall. Might have one-hopped the wall from here. And now it'll be up to Jared Emery. Breaking ball. Sits high. Ball one. Tigers won a 9-4 contest in game one. Our first game was a 7-inning game. This one will be a 9-inning game. Tigers trying to get things going early and often here. Put themselves ahead, give Cam Hansen a little bit of a cushion. And one bends in for a strike. Seymour looks like he's got a bit of a nice breaking ball. So far in this one. That one swung on and missed in the dirt, or in the turf, I should say. Emery was a designated hitter in game one. He had a couple of singles, set an RBI, and a run scored. Again, just a beautiful day for baseball. I know some of the clouds are starting to push in, but the sun's still out. It's a nice day out here at Tiger Stadium. Wish you were out here with us, but glad you're joining us here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon for a little Tigers baseball. Kicking the pitch from Seymour, and that one's driven deep out to left, but it'll be right at the left fielder. Perkins, he grabs it, and that'll get the job done. Good job by Emery to get the run home. Hit the ball hard right at the left fielder. Oh, everybody's greeting Weaver, but nobody's giving any love out there to Emery. That should be the guy that you're giving love to. So Emery with the sac fly. Produced the second run of the ball game. It's now 2-0 Tigers. First out of the inning. Tigers still threatening with Eddie Satiski at the dish now. Big tall right-hander. Pitch. That one's grounded right back up the middle. Slowly hit. Spardoni across the middle, and he fires on to first for the second out of the inning. 6-3 on the putout. Crossing over was Basham to third base. So just 90 feet away. Logan Smith now. Trying to get his buddy home. Wild pitch, pass ball would do it as well. An error would also do it. But let's see if Smith can get something going. Hit the ball hard somewhere. Breaking ball. It sits on the inside corner, strike one. That breaking ball is pounded at home plate. Foul. Now it's quickly 0-2 on Smith. Again, the breaking ball has been working well so far early on in this one for Seymour. See if he wants to stick with it. Here ahead 0-2. See if he can get Smith to either chase or buckle. As the outfield's playing pretty straight away against Smith. Seymour sets. Here's the pitch. That one is off the outside corner. That's also another strategy that pitchers like to use, and the man to my left will tell you that as well, that if you're ahead 0-2, you generally want to say, okay, let's go fastball. Let's just go right off the plate. You hit that spot. Maybe the umpire gives it to you. Maybe it's too close to take. Maybe you induce some weak contact from a hitter or a swing and a miss. Another pitch, breaking ball. That one's in the dirt, not far enough away from the catcher for Basham to scamper home. And now the count's 2-2 as Smith works his way back into this at-bat. In case you missed it earlier from the NCAA tournament, a final alert, so if you haven't heard it or you were waiting to watch it, elude your ears. The Fighting Sister Jeans, the 8-seeded Loyola Chicago, back to the Sweet 16. And that one's grounded to the right side and past Cheravone. And that'll be a base hit and or an error. And we're going to give him a hit. The official score gives him a hit. That'll be an RBI for Logan Smith. As Basham scores, it's 3-0 Tigers. It was a bit of a weird one. Chopper in between the first and second baseman, and Schiavone had to go over and try to backhand it. He kind of stabbed at it, and we've seen already over these first two games, fielding, he's more of a hitter than a fielder. I'm not saying that to be mean, but just, he's in the lineup for his bat for sure. Couldn't hang on to a throw in game one. Misplayed a little bit of a ground ball up the first baseline. But an excellent hitter is Schiavone. That one misses. To our next batter, Davis Valentine, who's getting an opportunity to play here in game 2 after not playing in game 1. That one swung on and flied high in the sky. That one's going to get out of play, it looks like, and it will get towards the concession stand. As I was saying before we got interrupted by that base hit, the Fighting Sister Jeans, Loyola Chicago, back to the Sweet 16 with a 71-58 upset of the number 1 seeded Illini. So if you didn't have Ohio State, your bracket's officially busted now, because I'm sure most of you had Illinois at least going to the Elite Eight. Had an excellent season. A team that was ranked within the top 5, top 3 for most of this season. One of the best programs. You remember their big win against Michigan late in the regular season. And I'm not talking about just a regular win. They beat Michigan down at their house. But Michigan's still alive, as I believe they'll play in the round of 32. That one's foul. Round of 32 tomorrow. A little bit of a weird or unique setup in the NCAA tournament this year, as they didn't start until Friday. So now we'll go Friday to Monday with the first 2 rounds of the NCAA tournament, because you had the play-in games on Thursday. Generally, we start day 1 on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is where we go. That breaking ball misses high as it wasn't snapped off enough from Seymour, and that one, now it's 2-2. 2 outs to Davis Valentine, left-handed batter. That one swung on and hit right through the 3-4 hole, not going first to third, is Smith, and that'll be a base hit for Davis Valentine. So the hits just keep on coming here in the first inning, as the Tigers are looking for more, already up 3-0. Next batter will be Alan Greer, who will get an opportunity to play here in Game 2 after not playing in Game 1. Greer on the season, he's a freshman, 30 at-bats, hitting .167, but with 5 RBIs, 6 walks, 7 strikeouts, 2 stolen bases, and 7 runs scored. See what Greer's got here. A couple of ducks on the pond. Let's see what he can do with it. First pitch in there for a called strike on the outside corner. It's Greer, as you see, sporting the socks up look. Always a popular baseball look. Pants pulled up to the knees. Exposing the socks underneath, the long socks underneath. Always a solid look. One of my favorites, personally. Pitch to Greer. That one backs up inside. Breaking ball again, not snapped off. And after being sharp with his breaking stuff early in this one, Seymour losing it a little bit, losing a little feel for it. The last two went awry. Here's a 1-1. That fastball misses up and in. Seymour on the season, coming into this game, had started 4 games, appeared in 5. He was 1-1 in 15 and a third innings with a 7.04 ERA. That has only increased since this game has begun. That one's lined over the second baseman's head into right center field. That's going to be an extra base hit as the center fielder slides to cut it off. He won't be able to do so. Coming around to score is 1 run, and the second run will also score standing up. That is Logan Smith and Davis Valentine. Coming around to score. That's a 2-run and 2 RBI double from Alan Greer. Nice piece of hitting. Didn't do too much with it. Just lined it right over the second baseman's head. And sometimes it's not about how hard you hit it. It's about where you hit it. And the Tigers' lead is now 5-0 after they put up, I believe it was a 7 spot in inning number 1 in game 1. Come right back and greeting the Raiders with more runs in the first inning as they pepper away here. As they've now gone through the lineup as the 9-hitter Michael Spear will be next. Spear didn't play in game 1, but getting an opportunity here in game 2. Spear hasn't had many opportunities this season, only 8 at-bats on the year. He's only played in 3 games. Scored a run, had an RBI. He's hitting .250 with 2 hits. He is 2 for 8 and has a double for one of those 2 hits. Let's see what he's got here. Left-handed batter against the right-hander Seymour. Action brewing in the Raiders bullpen. Looking to bunt. He pushes one down the third baseline. That's a beauty. And Jenkinson can't come up with it. So Spear has himself a bunt base hit. Not expecting that with 2 away. And a good job by Spear to have confidence in the bunting ability. Pushed it where the third baseman couldn't get it or the pitcher couldn't get it. And that'll be an infield single and a bunt single for Michael Spear to put runners at the corners for the top man in the order. So 2 games in a row, Griffin Clark going to be batting twice in the first inning. So Greer will go to third. Spear's on at first. Let's see what Griffin Clark has. He walked in, scored a run his first time up earlier this inning as Cam Hansen is now throwing in the pen, as Kobe Robinson did in game 1 after an elongated inning, or during an elongated inning. Be interesting to see if Coach Dennis wants to put on a play here first and third, see if they can swipe another run, or you just let Clark swing away, and that one backs up on the inside corner, strike 1 called. That one a little bit low this time with a breaking pitch. It's 1-1 to Griffin Clark. Seymour trying to limit the damage to 5 runs here in the first inning. That one misses and gets away briefly from the catcher, Danner, and that'll allow the runner to get down to second base, Spear. on the wild pitch. Greer stays put at third. Now there's 2 runners in scoring position. For Griffin Clark. Good spot to hit here, 2-1. Ooh, a big swing and a miss as he was just a little out in front of that one. Job to just pull the string just enough by Seymour. Wisconsin and Baylor still battling as it's 59-49 as Wisconsin had pulled to within a couple of points, but Baylor, with a little bit of run of their own, was able to, and that one strike 3 call. The breaking ball flipped in there by Seymour, and that will end the inning as Clark goes down looking. 3rd out of the inning, but not before. 5 runs on 5 hits. 2 runners left on base. We've played an inning here at Tigers Stadium, Tiger Fields. 5-0 Tigers, right here on the Tigers Television Network. All right, that first pitch is blooped into shallow center. It's going to find some grass in front of the center fielder, Greer. And that'll be a leadoff base hit for the DH today in Game 2, Braden Osborne. To lead things off here against Cam Hansen, who just had a nice elongated rest. As the Raiders try to answer a 5-run first inning from the Tigers. Matt Jenkinson is your next batter. Right-hander on right-hander. Here's a pitch. Breaking ball. Misses low. 0-1. Jenkinson took an 0 in Game 1 with a walk. Pitch. That one backs up inside. It's 2-0. Kicking the pitch from Hansen. That one is fouled away. And he knows he just missed that one. Let's set the defense for you here for the Tigers. Satiski's at first. Valentine's at second. Clark's at short. Emery at third. Left to right in the outfield. Spear, Greer, and Weaver. Behind the plate, Logan Smith. And on the bump, Cam Hansen. 2-1. Little jam shot. That one will probably find some grass as well, and it does. Couple of well-placed base hits in front of the center fielder, Greer, and the Raiders got something cooking here in the top of the second inning. Back-to-back base hits, Brandon Osborne and Matt Jenkinson. Now it'll be up to Gabriel Monterey. Second baseman, he went hitless in Game 1. See what the coach wants to do here for the Raiders. You're trailing by 5, but it's only the second inning. Do you bunt and try to get both of these guys into scoring position? The corners seem to think that's what they're going to do, and they will. As he bunts and lunges at the ball. Generally, as a batter, if you have to lunge or you have to bring your bat, the rule of thumb for bunting really is you want to hold that bat on an angle at the top of the strike zone, and anything higher, you generally don't want to go any higher, and lower, if you have to turn your bat and angle it downward, you generally want to let that go as well. And bunting purposes, you don't want to be in the back of the batter's box. You want to be up front of the batter's box, catch the ball before it breaks, get to it as quickly as possible and get it down. And checking on the runner is Cam Hansen. That's another classic tactic by a pitcher to see if the hitter will give away the bunt or not. Again, nice little crowd here at Tiger Field today as we're playing game 2 of a 2-game weekend series between these two schools. Swinging away and popping it up. Smith coming back looking for a play, and he won't get there as that one will fall harmlessly in the stands where it just so happens nobody's sitting. So that worked out well. So now 0-2 on Monterey. Now I can imagine he will not be bunting here as Satisky is playing back, as is the third baseman. That one a breaking ball, not offered by Monterey, and that'll be ball 1. Wisconsin still hanging around trying to fight. They're down now just by 7. Now make it 9 with 7 minutes to go in the second half. Breaking ball just misses the outside corner, and that one looked like Hansen wanted it, but it didn't break. It broke a little bit too much. Out at the softball stadium, looks like the Lady Tigers are enjoying a comfortable lead. If I can read that correctly from here, it looks like 13-0. A lot of numbers being put up by the Lady Tigers over at the softball stadium. That one's a line drive right at center fielder. Greer, will he have enough room? This time he won't, as that ball skips out of his glove, and they're going to be able to double up the runner at second base because the runner there from first going to second, Jenkinson, thought the ball was going to be caught by Greer, and I think initially Greer had it, and it just, as he slid, you saw the ball trickle out of his glove as he came to the ground trying to brace himself. So nothing really Jenkinson can do there because it looked like he was going to catch it. So that'll be a base hit for Monterey, and cut down at second is Jenkinson for the first out. That'll be an 8-4 put out. Runners on the corners. Kobe Perkins, your batter now. He takes strike 1. So Osborne is on third. Monterey's on first. Kobe Perkins trying to break the ice for the Raiders. That one's lofted to left. That should be deep enough, and it will be deep enough to get the run home as the left fielder's spear goes back shy of the track. Gets the ball into second base, and that'll be a sac fly RBI for Kobe Perkins. Good job by him to get the run in there. To do a job for the Raiders, it's 5-1 now. As Osborne scores, and Monterey holds it first. Now it'll be up to the blazing hot Brandon Langenberg, who again on the day 5 for 5. The Tigers have yet to get this man out. Line of the pitch. That one hits the outside corner of the fastball. Good start there by Hansen. That one's grounded right back to Hansen and bearing an error. That'll be the first time they've retired Langenberg in this game and on this day. As he grounds out to Hansen, 1-3 on the putout, third out of the inning. But in the inning, there were 1 run, 3 hits. 2 runners left on base. 1 runner left on base, I should say. We played an inning and a half here at Tiger Stadium and Tiger Field. 5-1 Tigers. We'll be right back here with the bottom of the second here on the Tigers Television Network. Back here for the bottom of the second inning, we have new pitcher Chase Terry for the Raiders as he will face 2, 3, and 4 in the order for the Tigers. He's working quick, couple of balls inside. It's 2-1. To Linden Weaver, who reached on an error by the shortstop his first time up. That one misses wide, ball 3. That one's lined to left center. Going over is Langenberg, and still going, and that one's going to be up against the wall. Wow, that ball just took off and carried, and Weaver wants 3, and he'll get 3 as the ball trickles in to the cutoff man, and never a hesitation. Good job by Weaver. Come on, Coach Dennis, give him a high five. Just a little pat on the back. He's not a high five guy? So Weaver's on third base now with a leadoff triple. A rude way to start this inning. And the outing for the new pitcher. Terry deals. That's a fly ball popped up down the left field line. Looks like it's going to get out of play, and it will near the tennis courts. Chase Terry, right-hander. He's a freshman, second-year freshman from Gatlin, Tennessee, out of Gatlin High School. Trying to work around a leadoff triple here by the Tigers. Breaking ball, almost came up and hit. Bash him right in the head. A breaking ball that didn't break, no intent there. As Emery waits on deck. Another breaking ball grounded to the third baseman. Jenkinson up with it, checks the runner, and makes the play over to first. 1 away. Textbook by Jenkinson there. You get the soft ground ball. You take a look back at your runner at third base quickly to make sure he's not scampering too far off the base or coming home, and then fire on over to first base. And if he does decide to go, then you let the first baseman try to make the play at home. Next up, Jared Emery. Breaking ball that backs up inside and low. Ball 1. Emery hit a sac fly and an RBI his first time up. Part of a 5-run first inning for the Tigers. The Raiders answered back with one of their own in the top of the second inning. That one's 2-0 to Emery. Jenkinson, the third baseman, is even with the base and then playing up with his secondary or his prep steps at the corner of the grass. That one's a swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Nice pitch there from Terry. The middle infield's back, conceding a run on a ground ball, and Schiavone is about even with the base over there at first base. Here's the 2-1. Another breaking ball. That one will curve in for a strike, and now it's 2-2. Give you the numbers on Chase Terry in just a moment. The freshman sets and delivers. That one's lofted over to the second baseman's head, and that'll be a base hit and an RBI. Good piece of hitting by Jared Emery. Just to go with that pitch with 2 strikes and flipped it into right center for a base hit. It's now 6-1 Tigers. Weaver comes around to score off the leadoff triple. So the Tigers do not strand a runner, and they get a little extra insurance run. They get that run right back from the Raiders. That one skips in, a nice block by Danner. To Eddie Satiski, who started off the year very hot swinging the bat, but has gone a little icy, a little cold lately. Looking to get things going against Roane State here after not starting in the first game. Pitch. That one backs up inside, and it's 2-0. So this will be a good spot for Satiski to hit. Chase Terry on the year has made 7 appearances, hasn't started a game, only pitched 7 innings, so don't anticipate him going too long. And he's been pitching to about an 18 ERA coming into this game. Satiski takes at the knees of the breaking ball. It's 2-1. The Raiders look like they've scratched a run over there at the softball field. It's now 13-1. Lady Tigers leading that one. And that's a base hit up the middle. Good job by Satiski to keep his hands back just enough. That barrel in the zone for a long enough time as well on the breaking ball, and sends it right back where it came from, nearly taking off the head of Chase Terry. So the Tigers now set up with runners on first and second now, with only 1 away. Logan Smith will be the batter. His last time up, he had an RBI single. He also scored a run in that 5-run first inning. Try to get you a basketball update when we get an opportunity to do so. That's a swing and a miss on the check swing by Logan Smith, who's your catcher today. Game 1 and Game 2. Missed a little time due to a concussion, but he's back. They're one of the better hitters for the Tigers all season long, one of the more consistent hitters. Still a 10-point basketball game between Baylor and Wisconsin. Wisconsin just can't seem to close the gap, and that's a ball driven down into center field, and it's going to be snagged by the center fielder, Scantlin, for the second out of the inning, but going to third base. Nice heads-up base running by Jared Emery. Satiski stays put at first base. Davis Valentine will be your batter now. He had a single his first time up. But as I was talking about the basketball game, it just seems like every time Wisconsin makes a run, Baylor just comes right back and puts out the fire. Wisconsin going to need to get some stops, and that one's lofted to center field. Coming in, still coming in, racing and diving and making the grab is Scantlin. Wow, he was playing pretty deep against Valentine, had to race in. Full extension forward as you saw, and loses his glasses, but hangs on to the baseball. And that'll do it for the bottom of the second inning. The Tigers get the 1 run back from the Raiders. It's 6-1 now, Tigers, here on the Tigers TV Network. First pitch fouled back off of catcher Logan Smith on a bunt attempt by Kendall Scantlin, who just finished off the last half of the inning with a brilliant diving catch in center field. And, I mean, look at this outfield alignment right now for the Tigers. You've got the center fielder, Greer, playing basically in left center, and you've got the right fielder, Weaver, playing pretty shallow in right, and that one's lined right at the second baseman. Caught, it looked like, but making the play will be Valentine over to first base for the first out. 4-3 on the put out. So Scantlin's retired. He had a single his last time up. Now it'll be up to Nick Spardoni, the shortstop. He struck out his first time up against Cam Hansen. And a swing and a miss on a breaking ball. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be curtains for the Badgers of Wisconsin. The 9 seed got themselves a nice, easy win against the UNC Tar Heels in Game 1 of their NCAA tournament run this year. But looks like their season's going to end here in Indianapolis because they can't seem to pull within 10 in this game, and there's only a minute 33 remaining. That one misses inside, and it's 2-1 from Hansen to Spardoni. We've got more NCAA basketball coming your way today. At about 5:15, it'll be Syracuse and West Virginia as that one's poked into shallow center for a base hit. Death, taxes, and Nick Spardoni getting a hit in a baseball game this season has been basically it. There's only been 4 games out of the 20-some-odd that they've played there he has not gotten a hit, and that continues here today as he got a hit in Game 1, and he's now gotten a hit in Game 2. That kid just hits. Next up will be Danner. First pitch, breaking ball, swung and missed. Pulled the string on him there as he swung right over it. Danner with the two-tone red and white cleats. Got to like that look. A fastball lofted to center, still going back, and that one's going to get over the head of Greer. And all the way to the wall, 1 run will score. And Danner is going to have an RBI double. So the Raiders come right back and grab that run back on the double from Danner, and looked like Greer playing a little shallow on that one, not able to get back. And that's the way that the Tigers have been playing the Raiders here. Just daring them to hit it over their head, and finally Danner says, all right, I'm going to do it. Spardoni scores from first, and that'll be an RBI double for Dakota Danner. Next up, Jared Schiavone. He's yet to get going today. Had a tough game in Game 1. Struck out his first time up and does not look much better there on that swing. The breaking ball has had his number so far in this game from Cam Hansen. Another breaking ball swung on a miss by Schiavone. And quickly in the hole 0-2. Another breaking ball hits the outside corner and caught him window shopping. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night as Schiavone put away for the second time on strikes, this time looking. And that'll be 2 away in the inning. Next up will be Braden Osborne. Singleton scored a run his first time up. Breaking ball in there for a called strike from Hansen, as we talked about early in this one. Hansen loves the breaking ball. I don't have an official stat on this, but it seems like about 57% of the time he throws a breaking ball. It might even be higher than that. Another one waved on and missed by Osborne. Osborne, your designated hitter after catching Game 1. In the hole 0-2 with a runner on second base. Hansen trying to strand him there. It's 6-2 Tigers. Top of the third, another breaking ball. Did he go? And that's a tough one for the second base or the field umpire at second base to make that call. Unless it's super obvious, they generally don't make that call. If it's close, they usually let it go. Again, the outfield swung way around towards left field for the Tigers. The infield the same. There's a big hole on the right side between the first baseman and the second baseman. Satisky's got to be able to get anything he can to his left. A breaking ball in there, called strike 3, and Hansen able to avoid further damage from the Raiders in inning number 3. Limits the damage to just 1 run on 2 hits. 1 runner left on base. We've played 2.5 here at Tiger Fields. 6-2 Tigers here on the Tiger Television Network. Welcome back to Tiger Field. We're here in the bottom of the third inning, and leading things off is going to be Alan Greer. It'll be 8-9-1 for the Tigers. As Greer will lead things off, he had a 2 RBI double his first time up. Chase Terry continues on here for the Raiders on the bump, and that one's grounded weakly to second. Gobbling it up is Monterey. Throws on to first. 1 away. Again, as you can see, 6-2 Tigers. Got a 9-4 victory in game 1. Already 6 runs, 8 hits for the Tigers in this one through 2 1/3. Michael Spear, the batter, as he fouls that one off. He had a bunt single his last time up with 2 outs, too, no less.
That's straight?
Yep. Spear now in the hole, 1-2. Pitch from Terry. That one misses wide. 2-2. Again, as we talked about the last AB, Spear has only had 9 at-bats so far in this season. 3 for 9, hitting .333. There's a pitch. That one misses wide. Good look from Spear. Spear, a freshman, 5'9", 165, left-handed batter. Out of Atlanta, Georgia. He draws a walk. So that'll roll things up to the top of the lineup now. Griffin Clark will be the batter. He's got an at-bat. I was going to say in every single inning so far this game, but he actually batted twice in the first inning, and he swings and misses. That one, it's 0-1. Righty on righty, here's a pitch. Swing and a miss, or a foul, off the catcher. Danner and Al Griffin's in the hole, 0-2. Griffin walked and scored a run his first time up and then struck out his second time up in the first inning to end that first inning. Mercifully for the Raiders, as they allowed 5 in the first, 1 in the second, and nothing so far here. Breaking ball, that one sits a little bit high. Count goes to 1-2. Breaking ball, missed inside. There goes the runner, and he's in there safely. As that breaking ball just didn't back up enough. As Spear steals the base. Always a tricky thing for a hitter because you see the runner going, and you don't want to get distracted by the runner going. You want to kind of let him get a chance to steal, but you got 2 strikes on you, so you have to be careful. Just pick the right time for it. Here's the 2-2. That one's lofted to shallow center. Actually, it's going a little bit deeper than I anticipated, and that'll hang up for the center fielder Scantlin. That'll be the second out of the inning. Hit pretty well by Clark, but just right at the center fielder. Striding over a little bit to his right. 2 away. Spear remains at second, and now it's up to Linden Weaver. Weaver reached base twice, an error the first time and scored a run, and a triple and scored a run his first time up. And he tags that one to deep center. He flips the bat up and over the wall is Linden Weaver, who sends one up and out, dead central. 2 more runs on the board for the Tigers in this one. And it's now 8-2. Fastball, and he was just all over it to dead center, and he got that one high, and the ball is carrying a little bit out here. There's not a ton of wind right now, but ball seems to carry a little bit at this ballpark, as the man to my left can attest, unfortunately. Right, Lobus? As that one's grounded to the third baseman. Jenkinson up with it and throws across, and he gets Basham at first. And that'll do it for the inning, but not before. 2 runs on 1 hit, and 1 big hit by Linden Weaver as he goes long ball dead central and gives the Tigers an 8-2 lead here as we head to the top of the 4th on the Tigers Television Network. First pitch outside, and we're underway here in the top of the fourth inning. 8-2 Tigers. As the Raiders will go 7-8-9 here in the top of the fourth. And quickly 2-0 to Matt Jenkinson, who just recorded the last out of that inning. The bottom of the third, and he gets an opportunity to hit right here. And that one's smashed to center, and that one's going to get over the head of Greer, and that will be up against the wall for a two-base hit. As Greer plays it back in. Good job by the cutoff man there for Chattanooga State, and the defense, again, just kind of daring them to hit it over their heads, and last couple innings they have been able to do so. So that'll be a leadoff double by Matt Jenkinson. And the Raiders right back at it. Back and forth affair, a lot of hits so far in these first 3 innings. That one is check swing, and yes, he did go, the home plate umpire says. Gabriel Monterey. And the Baylor Bears beat the Wisconsin Badgers 76-63 to take down the number 9 seed. So Baylor, one of the 1 seeds that is still alive after the Illini. One of the 1 seeds got upset by the Fighting Sister Jeans. Kicking the pitch from Hansen. That one's chopped to short. On the backhand is Clark. Across the diamond and a high throw. A good thing Satiski's about 7 foot tall, and he made the grab. Of course, just kidding. He is 6'3", but just tall enough to make that catch by keeping his foot on the base. Good job by Satiski there. And a nice play by Clark on the backhand. A good, solid, strong throw across the diamond. And that'll keep Jenkinson at second base with 1 away now. 6-3 on the putouts. Kobe Perkins will be the batter. He had a sac fly and an RBI his first time up. Breaking ball misses low and wide. 1-0. Another breaking ball, same spot. Out of the strike zone. Good job by Perkins not to offer. And now he's in the driver's seat after Hansen misses with 2 straight breaking balls. Now, I wouldn't put it past him to go back with a breaking ball here because he's generally had good command of it. But probably with the 9 batter, probably going to try to come in, challenge him with the fastball with a 6-run lead. There's your fastball, and that one bounces. And it's now 3-0. 8-2. Tigers on top of the Raiders. Top of the fourth inning. 8 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Tigers. 2 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the Raiders. That one misses, and it's a 4-pitch walk to the 9 batter. Generally not what you want to do with the guy at the bottom of the order. That'll put runners on first and second now. Jenkinson still at second, and now Kobe Perkins on at first. Brandon Langenberg will be the batter now. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out back to the pitcher. He's been the hottest guy on this Raiders team so far today. 5 for 6 on the ball game, and he swings and fouls the ball right off his foot. It's never a good feeling. If you've played baseball at any level, I'm sure you've experienced that multiple times. It's not a good feeling. That one misses, and it's 1-1. Langenberg, second-year freshman out of Knoxville, Tennessee. Kicking the pitch and a swing and a miss from Langenberg, who's dealt with some injuries this year, but has played really well so far. Here's the 1-2. That one's bounced foul. That one's grounded to third. Coming in and making the play and not having any play is the third baseman, Emery, who gloved it, and then his feet came out from under him. Let's see what the official score gives him.
I can't decide. What do you think?
I think that's got to be an error because that's a makeable play. I think his feet just lost his feet.
I mean, yeah, he's got to be.
Yeah. Cam Hansen will like that, but the batter will not. Langenberg. That one's fouled straight to the screen from Kendall Scantlin now. So we'll go with the E5 on that one. That'll allow Landenberg to get to first, Jenkinson to third, and Perkins to second. Bases drunk with Raiders. A drunk Raider, that sounds fun. And it's the pitch, and that one misses. It's 1-1 now. Raiders trying to keep pace, trying to find their footing here in this game. The Tigers, give them credit. They've fought back every single time the Raiders have put up a run or two. That one's lofted into right field. Weaver measuring. He will fire into the cutoff man as Statisky grabs it. And they're going to check the runner at second base, and he did not leave early. So that'll be a sac fly, and it's 8-3 now. Tigers leading the Raiders as Kendall Scantlin gets the sac fly. RBI on the board for him. That'll be the second out of the inning. So that'll score Jenkinson. And on the fly ball, Kobe Perkins tagged up and went to third. But Langenberg stays at first. Now first and third, 2 away. Hansen trying to limit the damage to 1 run. Breaking ball hits the outside corner, strike 1 called. To Nick Spardoni, who struck out, has singled his last time up and scored a run. Breaking ball hammered off the screen, and that one's going to go foul. Count moves to 0-2 now. Hansen way ahead again, as we've talked about, loves the breaking ball. Now the outfield will shift way around towards right. As they'll go back outside, a breaking ball. That one just missed the outside corner as Hansen started walking off the mound and toward his home plate. That's a good miss, though. That's what you want. 0-2. As now the infield shifts around towards first base. Pitch. And misses low with the fastball. Count moves to 2-2 for Hansen. Against Spardoni. That one's hammered to short. Clark gets it, throws quickly to second base the short way, and Valentine's there to take care of Langenberg at second. And that'll do it for the inning. In the inning, 1 run on 1 hit. 1 runner left on base. We have played 3.5. We head to the bottom of the 4th when we come back right here. It's 8-3 Tigers here on the Tigers Television Network. Back here at the Tiger Field, the bunt laid down. It's a nice one. Jenkinson cannot make a throw, and that'll be a base hit for Jared Emery. Well, small ball from the Tigers here in this game. Couple of bunts, singles, and a home run by Linden Weaver so far, and the Tigers right back at it with their 10th hit of the ball game.
All I'm going to say is we don't got them fight with them all, though, like every time we play.
Really? Yeah, they talk a lot. We only see the last few.
And they were saying stuff too.
Eddie Statisky will be your batter now. He had a single his last time up. He's 1 for 2. He also grounded out to short.
Yeah, that's almost clear. I clear over that. Someone said it more, guys.
That one misses low. Good stop there by Danner down in the, I want to say dirt, but it is turf down there.
And then if you go to the bathroom, you got Matt.
That one misses wide from Chase Terry, who's on for his 3rd inning of work here for the Raiders.
I mean, man, too.
That one's in there for a strike. Three and one. Good spot to hit for Statisky, and he drives one deep to left. That baby is gone, and that's a 2-run shot for Eddie Statisky. He had been struggling. Hadn't had a home run since early in the season. And he races around the bases. A nice job by Eddie Statisky to jump on that 3-1 pitch. And he hammered it. Got the bat head out there, and it's now 10-3 Tigers. That one is skied to center. First pitch to Logan Smith, and he'll be the first out of the inning. F8 on the putout. Looking to bunt and not there for Davis Valentine, your second baseman today, who's 1 for 2, a single, and he also flew out to center field. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, the Tigers have scored in every inning so far in this ball game. That one's grounded on the ground to second base, up with it, and almost throwing it away is Monterey. But good job by Schiavone to stick with it. Second out. That'll bring up Alan Greer. 1 for 2 in the game. 2 RBI double, and he also grounded out to second. That one's popped up. It's going to be on the infield. Schiavone comes over, and he'll be under it, and he'll make the grab. So after the 2-run home run, good job by Chase Terry to settle back in, but damage done. Tigers tack 2 more on the home run by Statisky. It's 10-3 Tigers here on the Tigers Radio Network. Well, they are asking you to do every single job up here, so. I was going to say something to you, but I was like, no, he's got a lot on his plate already.
This works.
Here we go, top of the fifth. Out of Tiger Field, a base hit through the third baseman, Emery, for a leadoff single by Dakota Danner. So again, the Raiders come right back. Now, they haven't been able to put anything substantial together. They've been able to score the last 3 innings, but it's just been 1 run each. They've got 3 runs on 9 hits, while the Tigers have 10 runs on 11 hits in this game. Each team has committed an error here in the top of the fifth. Next batter will be Jarrett Schiavone, first baseman. No, I think we're going to have a pinch hitter. Reese Harps will be the batter. I was going to say, that doesn't look like Schiavone. They've been struggling hitting today. One of their better hitters, but not having a good day against Cam Hansen or Kobe Robinson in this one. And that one's pushed to the right side, and that'll be a base hit.
He played here last year.
Did he? So the former Tiger, I just found out, Reese Harpst, with a base hit against his old squad and his old teammates. So now runners on first and second with nobody out. The Raiders right back at it. Again, haven't been able to get anything substantial going, but they have been able to put some traffic on the bases and make things interesting here for Cam Hansen. More interesting than he'd like them to be. Swung on and fouled into the mid of Logan Smith. Braden Osborne is your batter now. Right-hander against right-hander. Another breaking pitch. Smith blocks it up. Good job to Denton it at home plate. Again, I said it a lot in the first game, but a beautiful day for baseball out here on a Sunday afternoon. These games were supposed to go down yesterday, but a little wet from the inclement weather during the week. Coach didn't put the tarp on the field and said, hey, we're going to give it an extra day to dry. Hansen trying to work around a leadoff single and another single after that. That one's flayed down the right field line. Be a foul ball, 2-2 now. As again, Tigers leading 10-3. That one's fouled straight back. I think, did that one go through the net? May have got one of the patrons here. Seems like everybody's okay. Count now even at 2-2 to Osborne. And that is strike 3. As Hansen gets the first out of the inning, a big one for him. Not a ton of strikeouts for Hansen in this game. Just his fifth of the game. Matt Jenkinson will be the batter now. I think he called that one a strike. 0-1. Jenkinson had a double and scored a run his last time up. Pitch from Hansen, a breaking ball, popped up behind second base. Coming in the outfield is converging, and they will make the grab, and that will be the right fielder Weaver, who plays it back in, and quickly they're 2 away. So good job by Hansen. After allowing a couple of base hits to start the inning, a couple of quick outs. And that'll leave it to Gabriel Monterey to try to break through for the Raiders. First pitch from Hansen, and that one is lunged at and fouled back to the screen. Hansen ahead 0-1. And taking a lot of time in between pitches here, but now they're finally on the same page. Here's the 0-1. That one's looped over the second baseman's head, and coming in is Weaver. Loses his glasses, but makes the grab. Or maybe he wasn't. He thought he lost something. Yeah, it looked like something shiny fell off his hat. He will lose his glasses, but he makes the catch, and that'll get Cam Hansen out of the inning with any further damage. After a couple of singles, strands two guys, no runners score. It's still 10-3 here. Tigers leading the Raiders as we head to the bottom of the fifth here on the Tigers Television Network. Back here for the bottom of the fifth inning. Chase Terry still on the mound for the Raiders as he's going to eat some innings. As they trail by 7, the Tigers lead by 7. Michael Spears will lead things off. 9-1-2 for the Tigers here in this inning. Michael Spear in the ball game. He is 1 for 1. He's got a bunt single and a walk and scored a run. That one misses wide, and now it's 3-1. Could be a good pitch to hit for Spear if he wants to let it fly. He does not. That pitch is on the outside corner. Strike 2. Count goes full now to Spear. Payoff pitch misses wide, and Spears on for a third straight time. So far, good day for him. A bunt single, 2 walks, and scored a run. And we are underway in the NCAA Midwest second round game. Syracuse, the Orangemen, coming out hot so far. Within the first 3 minutes, they're up 6-0 on the Mountaineers of West Virginia. As I'll keep you abreast of everything that's going on with that game as Griffin Clark takes a strike. He's 1 for 2 in the ball. 0 for 2 in the ball game. He walked and scored a run his first time up before striking out and flying out his last 2 times. Breaking ball backs up a little bit too far inside, so it wasn't snapped off enough by Chase Terry. High and tight again. To chair from Terry. Coming into the ball game, Griffin Clark hitting about 300 on the season. Couple of RBIs, couple of runs scored. He's been getting more of an opportunity lately. Getting an opportunity to play shortstop in these two games. Giving a little bit of a rest to Gray Laspaludo, who's generally the shortstop. He also will throw some innings as well on the bump. That one misses low and in, and it's ball 4. So Chase Terry walks the first 2 he faces here in the bottom of the 5th. So we're going to have a quick mound visit here. There has been a left-hander throwing in the Raiders' bullpen. See if they're going to bring him in here. As Linden Weaver, who's had a strong game in this one, he knocked out the 2 hardest pegs in the cycle. Home run and a triple his last 2 times up. Chase Terry's going to continue on. As he'll face Linden Weaver, who he gave up a bomb to, and looks like Linden's feeling nice and loose at the dish right now. Getting ready to hit. He's scored 3 runs, and he's got 2 RBIs on the day. As on the home run, Michael Spear scored his last time up. First pitch. Looking to bunt. Pushes that one foul. Again, I like it. Tigers playing a little small ball here. Not afraid to keep the pressure on in that regard. Inside out swing, fouls it away. And quickly Weaver's behind 0-2 now. So it's definitely not going to be bunting here. A lot of room in left center. Pitch, breaking ball. Good job to stay alive. Coach Dennis looking alive down there with those quick reflexes. He was a middle infielder in his day. Just disappointed he didn't come up with the snag. And stick his paw out there and grab it. So Weaver stays alive. Still 0-2, 10-3 Tigers. Another breaking ball that doesn't back up enough. It's still, now it's 1-2. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Tigers still threatening. Fastball swung on and missed, and Weaver is down on strikes. And doesn't reach base for the first time today. First out of the inning. As I've mentioned, the Tigers have scored in every single inning so far in this game. 5 in the first, 1 in the second. And 2 in the last 2 innings. So now it'll be up to James Basham. As he pulls his hands in on that one and lofts one down the left field line. That will just bounce right in front of the tarp. That's rolled up. For strike 1. Basham on the day is your designated hitter. He had an RBI double his first time up and scored a run, and then has grounded out to the third baseman his last 2 times up. Get back to your fundamentals. Keep your hands inside the baseball and hit it right back up the box. Or you can do that, which is a line drive into left field, and that'll unfortunately be caught by the left fielder, Perkins. Basham hit it hard, but just hung up enough for Perkins to make a play, and that'll be the second out of the inning. Jared Emery will be your batter now. Emery in the ball game, a couple of RBIs, sac fly, an RBI single, and a single in his last time up. So he's having himself a nice game and a run scored in his last AB as well. It was a bunt hit his last time up. They got him on base. As he takes on the inside corner strike one, it's 0-1. That one misses high. It's 1-1. Emery hoping to extend the Tigers' lead and keep the streak going of scoring in every single inning so far in this one. Outfield straight away. Second baseman. That one's bashed deep down the left field line, but that one will hook foul. That one will go into the trees. Had home run distance, but couldn't keep it fair was Jared Emery. Here's the 1-2. It was a breaking ball that Emery tried to inside out, just got a piece of. Good job to stay alive from Jared Emery. And Emery's tired of waiting as Chase Terry was staring at Spear at second base. See what Emery gets here. It's a breaking ball and it's hammered foul, and Coach Dennis just puts his hand behind his back, and not a good job by the Roane State pitcher protector there as he muffs the ground ball. Count remains 1-2 on Jared Emery, your third baseman in this game. Played in game one. He was your designated hitter. Nobody throwing in the Tigers bullpen. It's still Cam Hansen out in the bump, and it's going to be a quick timeout. And as you see, Terry was not happy about it as he spiked the ball at the pitcher's mound. I don't think I've ever seen that. Generally, they tell you to just continue on with your delivery. Maybe don't throw it as hard as you were going to. Just kind of at least throw it. But he stopped and then spiked the ball right on the mound. 1-2. Breaking ball lofted to center. Coming in quickly. Not going to get there is the center fielder Scantlin. Coming around to score is Spear. And that'll be an RBI 2-strike single for Jared Emery. It's now 11-3. Tigers. As Ryan Lobus scared me for a second. I thought I was still drinking from last night and saw an extra run go on the board, which it did, but that was not my eyesight. That was Ryan Lobus's fingers that just got a little bit too happy on the trigger there. So RBI single for Jared Emery. It'll be his third RBI of the game. So he's having a heck of a ball game here today. Pitch. That one hits the inside corner to Eddie Satiski, who had a 2-run home run his last time up. So Clark goes to second, and Spear comes around to score. That one spiked, and it gets behind the catcher, and there goes the run to the third. Clark, and that's a good job to back it up by Spardoni. As the throw got away from Jenkinson, but it was, as I mentioned, backed up nicely by the shortstop. Emery didn't go anywhere on the pass ball. That one gets through, and now he'll go, but this time Griffin Clark doesn't go anywhere. So a couple of wild pitches. We'll move the runners up into scoring position, and with another single, the Tigers could put two more up on the board. Statisky wants time. He's got it. He lays off that breaking pitch, and he will take his walk. So that'll load the bases up, full of Tigers for Logan Smith, and they are going to call for a left-hander now, as Roane states, and Chase Terry's day will be done, as he will get the hook, and we'll have a new pitcher coming in right after this here on the Tigers Television Network. All right, back here at Tiger Fields, Jake Smith, lefty, against the righty Logan Smith. Battle of the Smiths. Jacob Smith, a freshman from Cleveland, Tennessee, out of Walker Valley High School. Pitching here in a bit of hot water. Bases drunk, 2 outs. That one misses low, and it's 2-0. Give you some numbers on Jacob Smith here when we get a sec. 7 appearances, 1 start. He's 0-1 with a save in 12 innings. He is pitching to a 12.75 ERA. And 2-0. That one just barely clips the outside corner and caught the knees. Not one that Logan Smith generally wants to swing at, so that's an all right take. We talked about it already today that sometimes when it's 2-0, you don't have to swing at every single pitch. That's a strike. You can hunt the pitch in your zone, and if it's not where you want it, you let it go. Going back outside. That one misses low, and it's 3-1 now. To the Tigers' backstop. Attaboy. Look alive over there, Lobus.
I'm trying.
Again, 11-3 here. Tigers on top. Trying to add to it. Here's the 3-1 to Smith. He'll ground that one to short. Coming in is Spardoni and won't be able to make the play. 2 runs are going to score on the error. And it looks like Coach Dennis is walking up like he might think it's game here, too. I didn't know we had a run rule.
It's 10 after 5.
Are they going to keep playing? Who knows? So coming around to score was Griffin Clark and Jared Emery, as we're trying to decide what we want to do, if we want to continue on or if we want to end it, and that will do it. As Coach Dennis giving out the handshakes in the third base dugouts, as the Tigers are going to win it 13-3. Good solid showing for the Tigers in this one. Scoring early and often and in every single inning that they played. 5 runs in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, and 3 here in the fifth to end the game early in this one. A run rule win and a victory for the Tigers. Good to see. And with the win, they now improved to 12-7 on the year. Came in 10-7, riding a 4-game losing streak, and they broke that here today, as they got a couple of victories, 9-4 in the first game in 7 innings, and 13-3 here in the second game in 5 innings. So nice short contest here in the second game. A lot of scoring from the Tigers and solid pitching from Cam Hansen. Wasn't perfect, but was solid, was able to work through some things. Had to pitch out of some jams, but he was able to do so, keep the Raiders off balance. And as I said, with the win, the Tigers are now 12-7 on the season. With the loss, the Raiders fall to 7-16. Taking a look at the schedule coming up for the Tigers this week, what do they have on tap? They'll play a couple of games tomorrow, right back here at home against Volunteer State, and then they'll take on the Roane State Raiders once again on Wednesday, this time at Roane State, before heading back home against Motlow State this coming Saturday. I'll be on the call with you again. Unfortunately, won't be able to be with you tomorrow, but I'll be here every single Saturday home game that the Tigers play. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. Again, if you enjoyed the broadcast, you're from the local area, or if you want to hear some good sports talk radio, hit us up at ESPN 105.1 The Zone here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. You can go over to ESPNChattanooga.com or download the TuneIn app. It's free, and you can take us on the go wherever your day may take you. Just search ESPN 105.1 The Zone. Like us on Facebook and Twitter at ESPN 105.1 The Zone. And you can hear my show, The Word with G, 12 to 2, every single weekday, Monday through Friday, right ahead of Press Row, who they're on 3 to 6. I'm on 12 to 2 in the middays. We will talk to Coach Dennis every single Thursday on The Word with G during the season, 12:20ish. He'll be on with me, and we'll talk about what's been happening with the Chattanooga State Tigers. If you like the softball program here at Chattanooga State as well, we got you covered. Blythe Golden, the head softball coach of the Tigers, so I think they just got a sweep of the Roane State Raiders as well over at the softball stadium this afternoon. She'll be with us every Tuesday to talk about the Chattanooga State Lady Tigers. So we've got Tiger Tuesday and a Tiger Thursday on The Word with G. If you like UTC softball, we've got head coach Frank Reed coming on to talk about all things UTC Mocs softball on Mondays. For a Mocs Monday at about 12:20. Again, The Word with G, 12 to 2. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. Have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy the NCAA tournament. I look forward to talking to you all during the week if you want to join me on The Word with G. And, of course, right back here in this booth on Saturday for a couple of games against Motlow State at 1 and 3:30. Have a great rest of your weekend. I'll talk to you all soon.